What's up, everybody? Welcome to Normieville.
Well, we call you normies.
So in this video, we got to do some more investigative journalism about Mr. Dwight Howard and his lawsuit situation, because there are things that are starting to be uncovered about Dwight Howard's past and some dealings he had with other individuals, okay? And a bit of a cover-up, if you will. Now, again, all of you have heard of the lawsuit, all the details, some things that he has admitted to, and you've seen some of the videos where he has responded to, like I said before, some of the negative publicity he's gotten as a result of this lawsuit becoming very public, okay? Well, now one of Dwight Howard's alleged ex-boyfriend, ex-lovers has come out and said that Dwight Howard also abused him or her, whichever way this person chooses to identify. And in addition to that, his uncle, which was a former district attorney, also helped him cover it up. We're going to get into the article, and there's some things I want to review and make you aware of, because as I did a little bit digging myself, I just realized who his uncle is. And yeah, it's very interesting. So you see the article here from Sports Keda. Dwight Howard's alleged ex-lover accuses cops of refusing to take action in the deletion threat case due to influence of Dwight Howard's uncle.
Enemy spotted.
Yes, this is October 28th, but I have some other stuff that actually dates back all the way to 2018, which will kind of shed light on why this might have been covered up in defense of Dwight Howard and maybe his career. Let's read. Mason Elijah, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, his lawsuit against Dwight Howard in 2019 is getting renewed interest following the basketball player's recent controversy. Howard is facing allegations from a man named Stephen Harper in Georgia. Harper's complaints have put more interest on Elijah's harassment complaint a few years ago. Howard allegedly forced Elijah to sign a non-disclosure agreement to keep quiet about their reported relationship in exchange for money. Elijah broke the NDA and reportedly received deletion threats because of it. Per Radar Online, going to the police didn't turn out well for him. Let's read the quote. Says here, Dwight Howard's alleged ex-lover claimed police blew him off when he tried to report deletion threats allegedly sent by the NBA star's crew because of the athlete's powerful connections. Elijah claimed he tried to report the alleged threats to police, but was allegedly ignored because of the former Orlando Magic star's powerful connection in his hometown of Atlanta, Georgia. See the tweet here. Dwight Howard accused speaks out. Mason Elijah accused NBA player Dwight Howard of harassment and threatening his life. Mason had a few things to say after the allegations. Dwight Howard comes to light. Now, you may be wondering, who is this person that Dwight Howard is connected to in law enforcement? Who is this person that somehow was able to blow off these allegations of Dwight Howard? Well, I want to take you back to, I believe, 2021, maybe, I think it was, to the Rayshard Brooks case in Atlanta, Georgia, right? Remember, he was in I believe, a Popeyes parking lot. He was found asleep at the wheel. He was intoxicated, I believe. He overpowered two officers, and subsequently he aimed a taser at one of the officers at the end of the scuffle, and he was subsequently shot, and he was deleted, okay? Now, the DA in that case during that year was none other than Paul Howard, who subsequently Fannie Willis, who was the DA now, took over for, okay? This right here was from, I believe, this article is from 2020. Paul Howard ousted after serving more than 2 decades as Fulton County DA. Now, you will see he got removed because of some allegations of some funny business going on financially and possibly otherwise that caused him to get removed. I believe they had a race in which he lost. Fannie Willis eventually took over as Fulton County DA, and the rest is history, okay? But it was Mr. Howard for more than 2 decades. I remember his face. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, who is this guy? Howard recently came under fire after the Fox 5 I team uncovered that Georgia Bureau of Investigation was looking into allegations that Howard used grant money from the city of Atlanta to nonprofits under his control. One of these nonprofits paid Howard at least $140,000 in city grant money. He agreed to pay a $6,500 state ethics fine for failing to disclose his role as CEO for 2 nonprofits. The GBI was investigating the way grand jury subpoenas were issued by Howard's office in the Rayshard Brooks deletion case. I remember this guy, man. Now, he was under fire, like you said, for some funny business, as it were. And then here's the other piece. In addition, 3 past or present female employees have filed lawsuits alleging harassment or discrimination. Howard dismissed the harassment and discrimination allegations, saying they're baseless and politically motivated. He also said there was no wrongdoing involving salary supplement or the subpoenas. Yes. He was challenging Fannie Willis. Again, she won the race. And like I said, the rest is history. But I remember this guy during that Rayshard Brooks case. I did a video about this on another channel. He was a district attorney, I believe, in that case before he was ousted, I believe, after the Rayshard Brooks thing was over. That's when he got ousted and Fannie Willis took his place. But you see what's going on here, right? That's crazy. So, as you can see here for the rest of the article, to the shock and disbelief, Mr. Elijah was told the alleged district attorney for Fulton County is Mr. Howard's uncle, and therefore it's pointless for law enforcement to get involved because the case would never go anywhere. Realizing that law enforcement was not willing to get involved extremely intensified Mr. Elijah's fear for his physical safety and well-being. So Mr. Elijah here is alleging that Howard, whether directly or indirectly, had his allegations dismissed or, done away with because of his uncle, essentially. His uncle apparently was also doing some underhanded things, allegedly, and well, you see where that landed. Paul Howard was the Fulton County DA for more than 2 decades before he was ousted in 2020 amid allegations of mishandling city money. The former DA faced multiple charges of SH from different women as well. You already know he is embroiled in a whole bunch of stuff. And well, you already know about the case with Mr. Harper and all that stuff, all right? So, real quick, let's go to this Clutch Points post here on Twitter. Now, this was Ramadan. I believe the post here is from November 5th of 2018, okay? This is what Elijah was actually put on his IG. And again, because it was dismissed, I don't believe anybody took it serious. Probably nobody ever gave it a second look. You see here, I never want to speak about this ever, but there's been a crazy situation going on between me and an NBA player for almost a month now. I've debated about speaking out about this because this person has kids, family, and fans who admire him. I just want my personal life to remain personal, but my life has been threatened by him, his camp, and his pastor. They've literally threatened to delete me and have used every tactic in the book to scare me after I have tried everything in my power to resolve the situation. I've had enough. It keeps going. I don't even have the energy. This guy's been stressing me out for weeks. I texted him many times to show him what his camp has been saying to me, the things his pastor has been saying to me, and he just doesn't care at all. I asked what was for him to put all this S to rest, and today I wake up to a text stating, "You are a deleted man walking." Oh my goodness. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's blow it up a little bit. Pause. Let's continue reading because it's all in the video format. They all piece it together. I never wanted to be that person who sued a MFer, but the S this man is doing and the S he is allowing is beyond me. For someone to be so godly and holy, sanctified, but allow his people to not only S-ly harass me, but threaten my life and play on my phone when he can be a grown man and tell them to stop. This is baffling to me. All right. let's get to the next one. Everything I stand by, I said. Okay. I guess more articles. This is allegedly the pastor who has been harassing this individual. This is Dwight, pastor. You see it, homophobic things. He's showing his caller ID where I think maybe the pastor, whoever, has been calling him. I don't know what the rush number's for. Maybe it's Brittany. Calvin Simmons, is this the pastor still?
First of all, I don't.
Wait a minute. Now, this is a recording. I believe he recorded the audio between him, which is the individual in question, Mr. Elijah, and his pastor. I believe that's who this is. So I'm going to let it play a little bit. Listen up.
You continue to say that I live in Atlanta, but I don't live in Atlanta. I live in New York. So that's how I know that you really don't know where I'm at.
By the way, this is Elijah. The individual identifies as male, although they might be trans. So that's why the voice sounds feminine, just for context.
I'm going to find a new residence.
And at the end of the day, how we know what you got ain't Photoshop. How we know what you are? We can't even believe what you are. You a goddamn man with a wig on. We can't even believe your personality. Let alone the man.
Now, what this pastor is saying for YouTube censorship and guidelines, what this man is saying can be considered homophobic, could be considered transphobic. There you go, YouTube.
Wow.
A goddamn freak. That's what you are. You a freak and the truth ain't it.
Wow.
Now, the next faggot that you lay down with, bend over and tell us that.
Wow.
There ain't nobody gonna bump with you. You done lost your conscience.
Wow.
That's why you never talked to Dwight, sucker. That's why you never heard from Dwight, sucker. That's why you ain't never been flown nowhere. Because if you knew anything about Dwight, he doesn't have an appetite. That's for women. If you don't fit that shit, that's a hard pill to swallow.
Woo. I never had intention on speaking on Dwight until his people got violent with me and began to threaten me. I contacted Dwight's family and baby mamas to ask for help with the situation because I did not want to say a word, but I also did not want to sign an NDA. Well, most people out there nowadays are honestly refusing to sign NDAs so that way they can come back and say things about them on the back end. In my opinion, it's a bag chase. Somebody wants to do something with you or, whatever, and you say, okay, we got to sign this NDA first. And they refuse. Okay, well, I guess we're not going to do anything. Then they get upset and start putting their mouth on you, as we say in the hood, putting a mouth on you, i.e. saying bad things about me because something happened in the situation that you didn't like. Not that it was my fault. You had a choice. You made it. And now you want to come after me after the fact. A lot of people do this, including women nowadays, to, be able to put lawsuits on people or just completely break it. Like one person that was a lady of the night that was associated with a former president. Yeah, they wrote the NDA on purpose just so they can, chase the bag, in my opinion. That's another story. Let's continue to read. Let's go. And to the next slide. I did curse Dwight out. I did say harsh things to him, however. I never threatened his life, nor had anyone threaten his life. I genuinely liked him as a person, and when all this happened, I thought, if anything, he'd be a man and tell his team to leave me alone and not contact me. The only reason I spoke out is because Calvin said he's having me watch. Calvin being his Dwight Howard's pastor. Let's go on to the next slide. Yes. All this week, I've texted Dwight and called him repeatedly to show him what his team has been doing. He has shown no care in the world. I asked him to simply apologize and tell his team, fall back, or I will be forced to make a statement, and he did neither. From my knowledge, he is fully aware of what's going on, and he'd rather his people cause me stress rather than do the right thing. Lastly, there's a lot of I'm going to speak on because honestly, my issue is more so with Dwight's team / camp more than it is with Dwight. I'm just disappointed he allows S like this to happen. Now, as I said before, Clutch Points on Twitter. Go check them out. They have good information. This, again, was 8:55 a.m., November 5th of 2018. Mr. Paul Howard was the uncle, was the family member. He was in place as the Fulton County DA during that time. Allegedly, Ellie or Elijah, whatever their name is, I'm sorry if I messed that up, they put some allegations against Dwight Howard. They were not followed up on because they were simply swept under the rug due to Dwight Howard's people. And his camp was also suppressing him, i.e. his pastor and other people in Dwight Howard's camp was allegedly suppressing, I don't want to mess the name up, Mr. Masson. They were suppressing him to keep him quiet. That is the allegation, along with now the also lawsuit of assault against Mr. Howard via Mr. Harper. You see what's going on here. The allegations are mounting. None of this has been proven in a court of law. And again, whether Dwight Howard wins or loses the lawsuit is not an admission of guilt, nor is it a presumption of innocence. Okay? It is a lawsuit. Somebody will get paid or not get paid, and life will go on. However, this is not a good look for Dwight Howard. I hope he's able to get through it sooner than later, because every day it seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse. But anything that develops, Normieville right here will be here to tell you and present it to the people. Thank you for attending another episode of Normieville. You know me, I'm just Normie here to bring you the latest and greatest in sports, news, entertainment, and politics. Let me know what you think about this latest development of drama with Dwight Howard down in the comment section. And please, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell on your way out of the door. And I will see you on the next video.